we have fun, but we do not disturb others. That's the only rule. Okay, great. So what are we doing? So I love books, I love movies, and I love two genres the most, which is fantasy and science fiction. Okay, so this exercise is about both. So you can either create your own fantastical creature, which is towards the fantasy side, but you can have aliens, or you can design an interstellar ship, which is a ship that travels between stars, right? Which means from one galaxy to another. Yes.
I have the same favorite genre.
You do?
Yes.
Fantasy, science fiction?
Yes.
Awesome. Good. Okay, so you guys can choose. So you can either choose the fantastical creature or you can choose the interstellar ship. Your choice. Okay, and if we have time, we'll reverse it. But let's see. So some of those who are already here have chosen the left side of the exercise, and some of you all have chosen right. I'm going to continue with both. Okay, and I'll give you prompts to do. Alright. Now just to clarify, what do I mean by a fantastical being? Dragons, yes, one of my favorites. Okay, and How to Train a Dragon is one of my favorite movies. Yeah. How many of you love How to Train a Dragon? Okay, awesome. So so that's one of my favorite. But dragons, yes, but it could also be an animal with something attached to it, or so a horse with a horn is a unicorn. So it could be something like that of your own, or it could be a hybrid, a human, and some other animal, or some other animal and some other animal put together, like a minotaur or a centaur, for instance. Right? Your own, you create yours, or a bird which has magical properties, like a phoenix, or something totally, completely your own, your choice. Okay, so that's a fantastical being. I want you to come up with your own. Right? There are many in all our literature, in our mythology, Garuda and lots. I want you to come up with your own. Okay, let's start. Those of you who just come in, pen and paper. I have some pens, I have some paper. If anyone wants, please take. No point sitting in a writing workshop without pen and paper. Everyone has pen and paper? There's some pen and paper.
Yeah, I was just wanting to ask you what you make a drawing book.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I have this much.
Yeah,
They'll arrange for more. Can you arrange for more? They'll arrange for more.
Thank you.
Everyone has pen and paper? Okay, so choose. Either choose this left part of it, fantastical being, or choose the interstellar ship. So done. Also, you can work in small groups of 2 or 3 if you want to. Some of them are. If you want to, you can just put your case together and work together. No problem. Have fun with this. Ready? Okay, go. What do I need in general description in the fantastical being? What kind of size? Are we talking about minions, small? Are we talking about giants, like a dragon, for instance? What kind of skin? For scales, skin like ours. Teeth. How many teeth? 1, 100, 1,000. Teeth like the vampires have. What kind of teeth? What kind of eyes? 2 eyes, 100 eyes, 1 eye, 3 eyes. How limbs, legs, hands. Okay, do they have weapons? They can. Magic is a weapon. Can be used as a weapon as well. Okay. On the ship side, what is the size? What speed does it travel at? You can use light speed. So 0.5 of light speed, 0.6 of at the maximum. How fast will it go? And if you do not know something, just write that down. I'm not sure what technology would a ship have. Okay, technology, question mark, to be researched. No problem. We can do it later. Okay. Done? Quickly. Okay, whatever you remember. Come on. Okay. How do they move? Okay, let's get specific. How do these fantastical creatures, how do they move? Do they run? Do they swim? Do they hop, glide, teleport? How do they move? They could do multiple things as well, right? We can run, we can walk, we can swim, we can climb as humans. Many animals and birds and creatures can. But what's their primary mode of transport? And in this case, how are the ships propelled? How do they move? What kind of technology? What is the engine? What is the fuel? We're talking about going faster than we've ever gone before, further than we've ever gone before. We can't use our existing engines, right? And there are many technologies under consideration. I mentioned a few of them. If you're not sure of them, it's okay. Just come up with your own. No problem. Okay. Plenty of movies and books have technologies that make no sense. It's okay. You're just starting off. Have fun with it. So you can have laser, right? So you can actually you can have solar sails. You can use the the power of the solar radiation can be used with giant sails to propel the ships. You can think of many things, but I have just mentioned a few. But come up with your own. I'd love to talk here about it. Okay, so how does it move, or how do they move? Next, where do they live? What kind of a climate? What kind of terrain? Are they underwater? Are they living in a volcano? Are they living like dragons do inside, alone inside, say, a mountain, in a cave? What kind of flora and fauna exists around them? And what kind of, and in the case of the ship, what amenities and luxuries would be offered? Depending on how long you think it's going to take you, you'll have to decide what kind of luxuries to offer, what kind of amenities to offer. On that ship, people are going to travel on. Yes. Right now, just answer these, and then what to do once you have this. I'm just asking right now. Just put down the description in terms of everything that you're thinking of. What happens is that it's easier to write something once you know what you're writing about. So right now, just put down whatever you can. Just describe it to the best you can. We'll see what to do. But good question. Okay, so just to recap, we need the general description in terms of all of this, whether for the fantastical being or for the starship. We need so how are the ships propelled? There's a pen in your leg there. How are the ships propelled? So general description, how do they move, and where do they live? What kind of climate do you have? What kind of terrain?
One also.
Yeah. Okay. Where do they live in terms of climate, terrain? Terrain is the land. Is it a desert, flat land, or is it mountainous? Are there marshes? Are there swamps? Okay. And flora and fauna. What's flora and what's fauna? What's flora? Someone said plants. Okay. And fauna? Animals. Okay. What kind of plants and animals do you have there? Etc. Again, you need not have everything. Whatever you can think of. Okay. Let's take Harry Potter. Everyone knows Harry Potter?
Yes.
Okay. So what kind of plants and animals? Can anyone give any examples? One example of a plant or animal that does not exist in our world but exists on Harry Potter's world? Any plant or animal? Anything that we don't have but they have in the Harry Potter series? Any plant or animal, living thing that's not human? In the Harry Potter series, can you think of any?
Hogwarts pet.
Hagrid's pet. Yeah. What's the pet's name?
I don't remember the pet.
No. Okay, so something that does not exist. So now what do you do? If you think that might be important, describe it a bit. Not too much, but okay. So these are the kind of animals. Like if you've read or seen the Northern Lights, Philip Pullman's Northern Lights, there in one of the books there's this animal that has wheels instead of legs. So it actually rolls. So the front and the back limbs. So imagine a four-legged animal, but instead of limbs, it attaches itself to an axle with a wheel. So the front legs get attached here, the back legs get attached here, and the animal is actually moving on wheels. But that's how they've developed. So it's not mechanical. It's a biological animal that moves on wheels. Interesting. When you read it, you can actually imagine it. Why not? Just a few words about it. Okay? Okay, done? how do they protect themselves? So are they predators or are they prey? Both will develop ways to protect themselves. The stronger a predator gets, the more intelligent a prey will have to be in order to be able to protect itself. So you can get. Okay? And in this case, what are the important do's and don'ts? So are there any restrictions on who can travel? Can children travel? Can people of who are not physically fit, can they travel? You can decide. It's your ship. You decide. Or anyone can travel. Your choice. And important do's and don'ts. Right? It's a ship. You're going to be on that ship for years. So you have to have some important thoughts on what can be done and cannot be done. You can't take, for instance, you can't carry guns on that ship. You don't want people blowing holes into the starship. Right? So no guns allowed. No bazookas allowed. No rocket launchers allowed. Absolutely. Okay. So there's a movie, Total Recall, in which, and you've seen it, it's on Mars. And on Mars they have a giant dome. Okay? And there's a giant dome which is pressurized, which means everyone who is on Mars without the mask, because there's a giant dome and it's a pressurized Earth-like environment. Fantastic. But the armed forces there, they carry guns. And during one of the shoots, they end up puncturing the dome. Right? So you shouldn't do that. Right? You live in a place where there's a dome that can be shot. You don't carry guns. So those are the do's and don'ts that you should think of, importing. You don't want everyone to die. Yeah. Okay. It sounds funny, but these are important things that you need to think of. Okay. In this case, how is their usual relationship with humans? Are they friendly with humans? These fantastical beings, are they friendly? Are they antagonistic, which means not really friendly? Is there symbiosis? What is symbiosis? Symbiosis is where two. Someone wants to answer? Okay. Symbiosis means where there is mutual benefit. Right? So one animal is dependent on the other animal and both benefit out of that exchange. Anyone has any example of that? You've seen these these crocodiles, alligators, and you see they have their jaws open and some birds will come in and peck, and what are they doing? Why aren't the crocodiles or alligators, I'm not sure what they are, but why don't they close them and eat the birds?
Sir, because the birds come on their mouth and they clean them.
Exactly. Fantastic.
Wow.
So because they're cleaning the teeth of food, etc. So even they, how many of you brush every day twice? Even the alligators and crocodiles know that you have to clean your teeth. So because they are getting their teeth cleaned, they are not going to kill their own dentist, right? Because they are not going to get another dentist. So that's a symbiotic relation. Why do the birds come? What do they get? Food. They don't have to look around for food. Food right there. Buffet. Come and eat. Yes, that's a symbiotic relationship. Worms. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So in nature there are many symbiotic relationships. So do we have a symbiotic with the fantastical creature? Do we have some kind of a symbiotic relationship? In that case, explain what. Is it predatory? Are they predators? Which means they are predators of humans. They kill humans and eat them. Okay, then we have to be careful of that, right? Antagonistic does not mean predator. Antagonistic just means that both of them are constantly in battle, but one is not more powerful than the other.
That will be for humans with it as its partner.
It's your story, absolutely. Okay? Now, in this case, do the ships have stops along the way? It's going to be a long journey. Are the ships stopping anywhere? Do they stop on the ice giants? What are the ice giants? Anyone knows the ice giants? What are? Yeah.
Ice giants are giants who are made up of ice.
You got me. No, I'm not planets. But you are right. Your definition is correct. I stand. I should have stated it better. So, what are the gas giants? Jupiter and Saturn. Why are they called gas giants? Because they're giant balls of gas. Okay? They're called gas giants. The planet after that are called the ice giants.
The giants who are gas in the
Okay, why we stop this conversation here. Okay, so do they stop along the way? Okay, they could. Maybe they stop along, on a planet which has multiple moons. Jupiter has many moons, for instance. Okay, done. Now here's the exercise that we are going to do. Okay, we'll wait until you guys say that you guys have got your descriptions on this. I'm giving you 3 minutes. Whatever you want to put down in 3 minutes, put it down on paper, and then we move to the actual exercise that we need to do with this. Okay? So I'm going to just quickly run through these. It's on your screen. I'm not saying anything. Done? Super. Wow. You won't just label it, you can see it in terms of name. Of course, name is very important. Okay, you can also, thank you, that reminds me. You can also give this, so there's a species, so you can give it a name, right? And if you want the individual, you can also give it a specific name. So, Night Fury is a specific name, right? It's a plural, it's a proper noun, right? So, what kind of a dragon is Night Fury? What kind of a dragon? So you have a species that you created, and then if you want, you can give it a specific name. Like my name is Saurin. So I'm a human. My name is Saurin. So you can also do that. But give the species a name. Give it a unique name. And in the case of the starships, also you can give it a name if you want to. Done? Got some very interesting things on paper. Good. Lot of artists out here. But even if you sketch or illustrate it, do put in some words because it will help you remember in terms of maybe label the parts, saying okay, so many teeth, or the skin is made out of metal, or it's made out of mercury, or whatever it is. Done? Should we move to the next exercise, or you guys need a little more time? A minute more? 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, it's 11:27. I'm giving out 3 minutes. 11:30 we'll move to the exercise. Yes. Nice. Very nice. Perfect word. So think of a name and think of the color. Something. What color is it? What can it do in terms of does it have any powers? What does it eat? Mention those kind of things. Where does it stay? Does it stay underground? Does it stay in my refrigerator? Where does it stay? Yeah, put all those things. They're wonderful. I like it. Give it a nice cute name. Yes, backbenchers, my favorite people. What's going on? Oh. Wow. Artists in this room. Anyone making starships or only fantastical beings? Anyone with starships? No? All fantastical beings? Good. 2 more minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. It's okay if you miss something, put it down, put a question mark, it's fine. You can always add it later. What have you called it? No one with chips, right? Anyone with chip? Or you're doing a chip? You're making a chip? Okay, super. Okay, 1 minute to go. Then we're moving to the main exercise built upon this. 1 minute. You can always keep working on this. I'm not taking this away. It's yours. You can keep working on it till you have it. Okay, so what have we done here, right? Why are we talking? I said, I was introduced as we're doing a session on creative writing. So why have we not just started writing a story? Creative writing, right? The thing is that what I have done is I have helped you, or you've rather done it. I've just, shared some prompts. Is you created a character. Okay, you created a being. Now, this being, you have some idea about it. You know what it eats, you know how it moves, you know where it stays. So you can build so many stories around it. Why? Because you know so many things about it. Not just one, you can write multiple stories about it. Similarly, in this case, you created a setting. This room is a setting. It's a place. You created a place. If you know something about the place, you can set a story in it. So what have we done? We created a character and we created a setting. Okay? So now we are going to do the exercise. What's the exercise? Okay. So if you have a fantastical being, then in that case your exercise is you are a human representative to these beings, to this fantastical being. You represent humans. Okay? And you have come to an understanding where you are saying, let's do business together, let's work together. We will give you a certain technology. I don't know what technology you will choose. You decide. What technology would you give them? Maybe AI, maybe, I don't know, you decide. Maybe nuclear, no, don't give nuclear, please. Used in the right way, nuclear is fantastic. It just needs to be controlled with nuclear fusion, for instance. Can be okay? So yeah, absolutely, you decide. What kind of technology, and in return for giving that technology, you want something. As humans, you want something from them. Again, what is it that you want and why? Got it? That's the step one. You have come to an understanding with your fantastical being, and you've said, let's do business together. We will give you a certain technology, and in return, you will give us something. Now, what is that something? You decide. Okay? Got it? Step one. Now comes the fun part. After everything is been agreed upon and they give you some of whatever you asked for, suddenly your government says, sorry, we can't give them the technology. You figure out. So now you're left there to explain to them why you still want what they have, but you won't give them the technology. That's your problem. Okay? So now you're in trouble. As the human representative, you're in trouble. Okay, it happens. Now how will you deal with it? So you've got this beast or you've got whatever, and you have to sit and explain to them why they should still keep giving you, but you will not give anything to them. How will you do that? That's what I want you to write as a story.
Do we have to write it?
Yes. It's a creative writing. You don't have to, but I like it if you do. Okay, got it? Any questions on that? Now I want you to write a short, small story. That's what the story starts. You are the human representative. It's right here. All you have to do is read it and write. This is what you created. No. You can take a photograph of it. Any questions on this? And for whoever has created the Starship, it is 2222. Yes. And travel to nearby stars is now very common. Okay? Now I want you to, using your Starship, create a small leaflet, a one-pager, where you're promoting a cruise. It's a cruise. Go from Sun to Proxima Centauri on a cruise. The way you go on a cruise from here to Africa or somewhere else, Australia, you're promoting a cruise from Earth to Proxima Centauri. And you are promoting the cruise, and I want you to create a one-pager promoting it as a cruise for users. Because it is the year 2222, not 2022.
Can we give names to us?
Yes. You can call yourself who you are, or you can have some other name for yourself. That's whatever your choice. You don't have. You can choose. You can give yourself another name. No problem. And you can write whatever you want to. I am not going to read it unless you want me to. So don't worry. You don't have to share it. I'm not going to collect it at the end of it and say, what is this? No. So you are free to write, not write whatever you want to, have fun. Don't worry about it. No, you don't have to come here and read it out unless you want to. Okay? So please relax and have fun.